Doing.
And today we got a special guest here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Our very first special guest at that. So go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and also tell them where they can follow you at.
Yeah, man. So my name is Noah Frederique. You can follow me on IG at 𝐀.𝐃.𝐇. I'm 21 years old in the military. I've been in for about 3 years. I joined when I was 17. I've been in Hinesville for about 2 years. And I've just kind of, met these folks from, networking. And now I'm on the podcast, basically about talk about my story, talk about what I do, and we about to get rolling on.
Yeah, man. So a lot of people say they don't have time to build a business. But as you being in an active duty military, and I know that you're running a rental car business on the side, so let's start there. Let's talk about that for anybody that's in your similar position or somebody around this local area that's looking to start a business. How was that process for you, and what made you go into the rental car business?
Absolutely, man. So I'm gonna say this. So when I started my rental company business, it was nothing like brand new. Like, it was not like I made the first laptop. This thing been going on, the car rental business, right? Okay. People buying used cars for cheap and renting them out, making sure that everything was good with them maintenance wise. I literally discovered it off of IG by seeing somebody else do the play. But see, that's the difference. A lot of people want to go ahead and watch people do things and not execute on those. But I said, yo, you know what? Like, this made sense. Like, let me get on that. So I just, the first thing I did was, I ain't gonna lie, like, I went on Facebook after I seen the play, and I had no mentor, none of that. I seen the play. I just watched a whole bunch of videos, and I just started taking like car pictures off of like the internet and just started posting it on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, yo, car rental, $400 weekly, unlimited miles, insurance included and everything. And the next thing I know, like, I started having inquiries. Now, keep in mind, all I had was my truck and my girl's car. And I'm like, oh shoot, like, yo, like, this is actually popping off. So my first renter rented out my truck, man, and I had to go ahead and share a car, man.
Wow, so that was like I'd say that's a pretty big risk to take with your own vehicle to start with. I guess you got to start somewhere.
Go big or go home, man. That's all I like to say.
I ain't gonna lie. What caught my attention just now is when you said you went in with no mentor. Because we do the same thing, bro.
Start this.
You see something and then you like, oh, I kind of think we can do that. And it's either you gonna sit on that idea and just let it, fade away, or actually act on it. And you acted on it by going and doing your own research. That's definitely tough, bro. That's definitely tough. And
that's the biggest thing, right? It's like when people, starting and also doing your own research. Yeah. Because people feel like they constantly need to be spoon-fed, but it's just like these people are paying you or you're paying them to get information that you really could have found out yourself. But because you don't want to go through all that time, invest your time into that, they telling you stuff that's already on the internet, but all they doing is putting it, packaging it up, and giving you like little bits by bits. Yeah. I was like, nah, man. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the work myself, because that's how you truly become independent and start relying on other people to go spoon feed you and put you into something that you may not really be interested in.
Yeah. And with that being said, I want to ask, like, what was some trials and tribulations you came across that was like hitting, like once you maybe when you first started, or even now, you know what I'm saying? Some impacting factors that you came across that you feel like definitely like, whoa, this is a roadblock that's really something I gotta overcome.
Okay, so I will say, like, some of my hardships that I was going through, man, was definitely when I had took custody of my two younger brothers. And so, like, when my mom was going to the military, I just had my two younger brothers that were 12 and 13. And so, having to share a car and everything and renting out my truck, that kind of put me in a predicament in itself. And then also my first renter wasn't so good, right? Because, he was over here kind of like saying, yo, man, like making excuses basically and paying me late. And I was feeling for him because he said, I'm really just trying to start a car wash business or whatnot. But in that scenario, I was dealing with a bad renter, I realized, like, it's not too good to be too personal with people that you do business with, bro.
Yeah, mixing it up.
Bro, because they think they can cross all types of lines and it ain't fair, you feel me? So, that's one thing I don't play about is my money, bro. So definitely dealing with that and having that guy to eventually bail out $800 overdue, left my truck in the middle of Walmart, in the middle of the night, you know, got weed all up in there, smelling like it's just ridiculous, bro. So I had to learn how to overcome that and not freak out. You know, keep your composure.
Facts, and that's something I had to learn too. Is that familiarity breeds entitlement. So that's why they tell you, because I have a book called The 48 Laws of Power, and they tell you, it pretty much says don't rely on friends, use your enemies, but you got to interpret it a certain way. But it tells you like you have a lot more to fear from your friends than you do an outside source, because they want to be what's the word, professional with you, because they got a lot more to prove because you don't know them.
Absolutely, yep.
But a friend, just like how we was talking about on the podcast, they feel like just because they know us, that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to build a certain type of brand and do a certain type of movement. So you know what I'm saying? All we ask is they can come with the same energy that we on when we ask them to get on the podcast and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You're grits if you can't.
Me very much so grits.
and it's definitely fire hearing that, because it feels good to know that we got somebody on here that's understanding like what it feels like to have to divide your feelings and business.
Facts.
If you bring them together, bro, you're grits. Because especially when you got a good heart, you feel for people, man. Like even if you feel like they're doing you wrong, you might put them before you, because it's like
you understand where it is. Come down bad.
I know you down bad, bro, and I don't want to just be like, oh fuck that, let me get my money, but it gets to a point.
You gotta be like that.
You gotta be like that. If you don't, they gonna keep slapping you in your face like, oh, bro, he an easy lick. They might not tell you that, but the action.
They definitely. They know they can take advantage of you.
Oh yeah, because they think you sweet. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So you gotta stand in business.
So let me ask you this. So like when you first started it, and did you immediately tell people like, oh yeah, this is what I'm trying to do? Like, was there people immediately supporting you, or they're like, nah, I don't think that would work? You know what I'm saying? Dealing with those the doubts of other people, and or were they real supportive of what you were doing when you first started?
Definitely not in this business, man. I will say, you know, the career field I'm in right now, it's a lot of risks that come with it. And people, the first thing they ask is, yo, when if somebody crashes your car, you don't know what type of people's in your car. So I ain't gonna lie, like my posture definitely grew when my business grew. At first, I was like, all I had was me and one vehicle, and I started off just like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I started off, you know, and sometimes this could be the realest thing. Sometimes your biggest support will come from strangers, bro. It will not be from family, bro. It will not be from family, bro. Most people that blow up on social media, you think that's family?
Hell no.
No, bro. I get more likes from people that don't know me off the For You page than people that's from my actual following list.
Yeah. Man, we talk about that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And with what we doing, you definitely gonna experience that, because I stream. So I definitely know what you're saying, bro. Like telling somebody like, hey bro, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You see me doing it, because you ever talk to somebody and you know they saw what you were doing, but they didn't tell you until they seen motion behind it, and then they snitch on themselves, because they'll come in and be like, yeah, I see you working. Oh, you see me working. But you ain't never reposting myself. Like, you ain't never commented to make sure I'm getting the exposure and attraction that I need. But you see it though.
Everybody wants social proof.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to congratulate, but when it's time to support, it's like, I don't know.
They ain't gonna be there when you start the race.
Oh yeah. If you look on my IG page, you'll see on one of my pins, me holding a bag. But then when you swipe to the right, you'll see like there's 300 expressions of people seeing a post, but only like 15 likes. That's life right there. Yeah, people watching you, but not people gonna go ahead and drop a like, drop a follow, drop a share.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, what keeps you going when you see these things and it's just like, damn, ain't nobody trying to support me on my grind? What keeps you persevering through all this adversity? and at the time in the beginning or even in the middle where you don't hear no applause and it's silent and things might not be going right. You know what I'm saying? What keeps you going and that the drive and that determination on the days you really don't feel like doing it no more?
Well, there's three types of people, man. There's optimists, there's, you know what I'm saying, realists, and there's pessimistic people. I like to think that I'm an optimistic person, right? Like, I always believe that they could be better, you know what I'm saying? So I believe in myself, like, hey, like, I could be doing better. I could be doing more. I know I got what it takes. I just got to go ahead and keep doing it, you know, and I know I'll pop off. You know, if these rappers can put as much effort into their work and, you know, they might not see no results for years, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I do the same thing, but within the car rental business? Why can't y'all do the same thing, but within the podcast system, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a consistency, right? And I know it'll work because I know it's worked for others.
Facts.
You know, and even if I was in my own lane and it didn't work for nobody else, well, it's up to me to prove everybody wrong. Because I believe in my own craft, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. So just come with confidence at the end of the day, man. You gotta believe in yourself. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, who gonna believe in you?
That's,
you know?
That's some real shit, to be honest. Cause like, man, if you don't, we have a lot of conversations about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot, and one thing that we definitely realize you gotta have is that perseverance. I can't even talk. That perseverance and that ability to keep going when the lights are off. And
absolutely.
Nobody looking. Ain't nobody, you feel me, patting you on the back. You don't got no support. You just got to keep going.
Absolutely.
And cause that's a lot of the time. That's when people quit. Cause you remember that quote we was talking about the other day with the teacher is quiet when you taking the test.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it right there. That's some real shit. Like
dead ass. Like, you know how folks will pray when times get hard, and they be like, why you ain't, you know what I'm saying, why you ain't helping me out, where you at? But that ass, like, when you taking that test in class, your teacher ain't walking around like, oh, here go the answer right here.
man.
I gave you, you know what I'm saying, the
tools
beforehand, weeks before this test. I told you, hey man, be ready for this. You know what I'm saying? It's either you gonna catch it or you not. And if you don't catch it, you know, so it's like, yeah. And what I wanna ask though, like, I know we asked about the hardships you had to get through. What's some highlights that you had that you like, yeah, I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm doing the right thing right now. Man,
I ain't gonna lie, like, so when somebody made that deposit, bro, that first car, I was like, yeah. I was like, dang, it's this easy to like get 400, bro. Matter of fact, it wasn't even 400 because I charged $70 on top of that. So it's like 470. Sometimes it even be 500. And I'm just like, bro, I just made this within a day. And it take people on a part-time job to make this in a week, bro.
Facts. You is not lying. This so,
bro. If I could have 3 cars and get paid $500 on each one of them every single week, bro. Like, what?
Man, you can't beat that with a stick. I'm telling you, bro. It's so many people that can use this information right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Like the state that the city of Hinesville is in right now, there's a lot of people not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got to resort to crime or some.
Nah, man. Look, whatever y'all doing, bro, just switch up the product, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can make money the right way. You just got to know how money works, bro. So educate yourself, because at the end of the day, it starts with your education.
If you had, I'd say, 1 or 2 good tips to tell these people that are looking for a new way to make money, because I know you said something about the education of money. What would you tell them right now?
I want you to know how money flows, right? Know the difference between assets. Know the difference between liabilities. Know what's going in your bank account, what's going out of your bank account. Because some of y'all got way too many subscriptions on the wrong things that ain't paying you back. Because the thing is, you got people over here paying car notes for cars, financing it, where you could have just bought a used one, and you could have just made that car to make income for you. You see, people think that buying a house, oh, you got an asset. Not really, if you're not renting it out. You living in, you paying your own mortgage. That's your own money, bro. So learn how to use other people's money, man. Learn how to diversify your income by learning how to build a platform for yourself. And that could be on social media. That could be in the car rental business. That could be by doing your own hair and even teaching other people how to do hair and then putting them behind that chair so that you don't got to spend your time. Because the biggest thing about money is if you keep spending your time to make money, bro, you'll forever, you ain't never gonna have none, bro. So you gotta learn how to get out that part of using your time, trading your time for money and making money, make more money for you. That's how it works, bro.
Facts.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanna butt in and say this gonna be one of the ones. If you know me, bro, you know I don't sugarcoat, and I ain't gonna fake the funk because the nigga sitting beside me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm keeping it a stack. This one of them ones, cause bro, not just on here just yapping.
Nah, bro.
This is the type of content we want.
Yeah. So I definitely want to say, like, even though we ain't at the end of it, I do want to say I appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro, and spitting some knowledge, bro. Cause like me sitting here, I feel like I'm in the audience, like, oh yeah,
like listening, like absorbing this shit. Like, I learned some shit too.
So like, I definitely appreciate you tapping in.
No problem, man. It's my pleasure, bro. Cause at the end of the day, it's like these tapes are gonna stick around forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody
so like always tap in, listen to it, man. They say you want to put a secret somewhere, you put it in a book or in a podcast, bro.
Man.
Put it on a tape, man. Because that's timeless. So I say keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all doing good.
Facts. We appreciate that shit. We definitely know knowledge is power. Knowledge is meant to be shared, not kept.
Yes, sir.
So it's just up to honestly people to want to go, like you said, want to go out there and find it. And use, actually, not only just find it, but use the information that they find, because there's a lot of the time you'll pick up a book or you'll go on the internet and you'll see this stuff and it'll just become an idea, and that's all it'll be.
Yeah.
A lot of people, especially like when we first started the podcast, it was like, damn, like we don't have no mentor, nobody is telling us how to do this stuff. But like you said, it took a little research. And then we just dive right in and we just learned as we went. Like a lot of people are scared of failing. They're terrified of it. And I don't blame them, but it's just like, shit, you got to start somewhere. You got to crawl before you can walk. You know what I'm saying? So like, what got you over that fear threshold of actually starting this shit? Like, I just got to hop in.
I mean, I just had to have something that I was more scared of. And that's always being kept in the slavery system, bro. Like, now it's not just, chains and shackles, bro. Now it's on our minds, bro, to be complacent. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
I had to get something.
Yeah, I had to get something I'm more scared of, bro. And asking to have a break or go on vacation or go use the bathroom. Like nigga, we is not in high school no more, bro. We graduated while we still clocking in, bro. Like what?
Man.
What? We over here showing our, pay stubs. Like we over here showing our little progress report, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro, everything is by design, bro. So, like, when I woke up, man, and I woke up real early, bro. When I woke up, bro, I was like, nah, this ain't what I want to do. This ain't what I want to be. This ain't the direction I want to go. And then just being terrified of being ordinary, bro, was just like...
just had this conversation.
Y'all tap into the previous podcast, man, and all the other episodes, because like I said, we ain't telling y'all nothing new, bro. We just over here reminding y'all what y'all should be doing. So get started, man. Just take what we saying and take action.
Okay.
That
is bro, I'm over here speechless and I'm supposed to be talking.
Oh my God.
That's tough, bro. That's tough. One thing that I was thinking about, like, how like with the podcast you got folks that's up, you could look up to, like, for example, for me it'd be $1 million worth of game. I don't know if you came across them before, but like that's somebody that'd be like, oh yeah, they spit, you know what I'm saying, and they can give you like a format. Do you have any like folks that you came across, whether it's car salesmen, you know what I'm saying, or just like some extraordinary folks that you look up to and you be like, okay,
like a blueprint.
Somebody, yeah, I can look at for like a formula to how to be better?
I wouldn't say like, cause we talking about ordinary folks, not people like that's like real public, real famous, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, just
well, really, it can be
anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I say what started me on the path of like elevating me on a higher level of thinking, right? It was like when I was young, you know, I just grew up with my mom's, man. So like, all I really had was like my uncle at the time, and he was like a hardcore like New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? You know, used to be in the streets and all that, and he used to always be talking to me like, hey, you need to wake up. I ain't finna sugarcoat nothing just because you're a little kid. And you know, he put me on like real life stuff, man. He was just showing me like, yo, this is what this is, and you know, this is how you should be moving. And so when he kind of set me on that path, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let me listen to something similar that he's talking about to kind of back that up.
Facts.
And so I came across a lot of people, man. Like one of the business folks I listened to, he not ordinary, but his name is Alex Hormozy. I don't know if y'all heard of him. And then I also listened to David Goggins.
I know who that is.
Yeah, oh yeah, we all know who that is. Yeah, man. So like I listen to folks like that. And Joe Rogan's another good one, you know, but the ordinary folks, man, is like people like y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Day to day, you know, just cause, see, we having a recorded conversation, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of conversations behind closed doors that build us up. Like I've met so many folks, and even though it was like a one-time encounter, or maybe, you know, I seen them for a couple of months, but like they put into me, you know what I'm saying? They poured into me, you know what I'm saying? They built me up, and they affirmed what I was already thinking, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
So now we talking about this. You said you from New York, like you were born and raised in New York. How what was your childhood like to make you to get to this point, if that makes sense?
I mean, I'm blessed to have a caring mother, you know what I'm saying? Like she kept me grounded, she kept me in my home. You know, even though I wanted to go out, you know what I'm saying, you know, and do the wrong things, you know, she called the cops on me when I was out a little too long. Like I couldn't do nothing, man, but she pushed me to read books, man, you know what I'm saying? She told me, hey, go pursue a higher education, you know, even though she wasn't good financially, but sometimes watching the wrong thing can also teach you how to do the right thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I saw my mom bad financially, always living under the government, but I was like, I gotta learn about finances because I don't want to be like her, bro.
I'm telling you.
So like, I mean, that's just kind of, you know, just from saying that, you can kind of get a picture of how I lived, you know what I'm saying? Always living in, you know, apartments or renting out a house. You know, at one point, you know, we was homeless, living in shelters and stuff like that. I was just like, bro, like, mom, bro, what's going on? But I would always see her just spending. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, you know, she asked me what I want for Christmas. I tell her, I don't want nothing, man. I'm good. Really. And she just be trying to spend a bag on me, but like, mom, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want your time and whatnot. But just seeing that, man, and then also just, I'll say this, man. I knew I was bred different when I just couldn't stay engaged in school, bro. Like, it was just boring, bro. Like, I know that goes for a lot of kids, but nah, it was like really boring, bro.
Yeah.
I was in class thinking about some other shit, bro. Like, I was like literally thinking about how I'm gonna start my YouTube, how I was using my time differently. That's what sets us apart. It's how we use our time, right? At one point, like when I was growing up in high school, you know, I did all wrestling, sports, and all that. But I was really into rapping. You know what I'm saying? I did some talent shows and all that. So, like, I had setups like these. And I was just, you know, just editing, writing my lyrics. I was getting the flow of it, you know, and just kind of getting my name out there. But in that process, I was learning how to promote. You know, and so now that I'm doing car rental business, I just transferred that skill over
to something else.
Exactly. And so that's really what I encourage all young folks is learn those skills, bro. You know what I'm saying? Learn those skills now so that you ain't, you know, having a whole bunch of responsibilities where now you making excuses why you can't learn something that you know you could learn.
And man, and I'm gonna say this too because this ain't like the first idea that I've had or he's had. Like, you did plenty of things before, and it's funny that you mentioned stuff about music, because we make music as well, and like you said, all those skills that you learn from other stuff is definitely tangible and usable in other stuff. Like, like the podcast, everything that I learned from rapping or any other business endeavor that I wanted to start. That some of them didn't even make it out of the idea phase, but I took those stuff and when we was finally able to start this, man, it was, some of that stuff was easy. It wasn't like we had to learn from like complete scratch, because we had already been doing things previously before up to this point, and we was able to take all those skills and apply it to this. And on top of any other new skill that we're learning in the process of doing this, so it's pretty much like anything you do. Like it's like my dad always say, life's a game. You got to know how to play it. But you know what I'm saying? You get experience points from doing certain things and having your hand in a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I would like to intervene and say, experience can be your best teacher sometimes, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to, consume a lot of knowledge, bro, but at some point, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta apply it, you gotta produce something, because if you don't, then it's just gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, even within our body, God got it designed to where if we don't use that energy, it gets stored as what? Fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then what does that fat do? It accumulates, and then it eventually holds us back to working at our full capabilities. So that's how I see knowledge, bro. If you don't work that knowledge out, it's gonna get transferred into fat, bro, and then it's just gonna slow you down. It's gonna hold you back.
Facts.
Like over here, what they call it nowadays? What they call it? Like they knowledge masturbation, where they always like learning stuff and they never act on it, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Where they just like always consuming the information online, but they never really doing nothing with it, bro. Yeah. So
waste of space. It's like a hoarder. Like you getting all that stuff, you ain't doing nothing with it, and it just cluttering up the space in your house.
Yeah,
it's the same concept.
That is useless. It's not, you're not putting it to use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
Valuable stuff in there, but it's like you just collect like, oh, I need this. But what am I gonna do with it? Just let it sit with everything else that's sitting. You know?
On me. And man, that's like some of this stuff. Some of it was an impulse buy, but I'm gonna use it because it's like I'm not gonna buy nothing I ain't finna use. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, yeah.
Same thing. Like I'm not gonna look up nothing I know I'm not finna use ever in my life. Like math, like certain types of math. I know I'm not about to do trigonometry or calculus.
None of that, bro.
You know me. Like what the fuck am I going to go practice that for and never use it? Like what the?
No, man. Nah, bro. So yeah, man, you always gotta work out everything, man. Always.
Facts.
Yeah, so like even with like the car rental business, bro, it's just something that you just gotta do, man. Like you learn as you go, as you said earlier.
Facts.
If you don't go with it, then you always gonna be stuck in the same spot wondering why you ain't progressing.
Man. Don't be afraid of failure, bro.
Nah.
Sometimes you learn from that. All the time you learn from that, and that you just build on that and that building block. But I definitely have to ask though, like, how much did you have to start with to get started? Did you go through the LLC process?
Okay, so I had an LLC already, right? I was doing personal training at the time because before the military, I was getting a lot of search as far as like personal training. I went and pursued like my life insurance, trying to be a life insurance agent. I was dabbling in a lot of things until I really found my thing, which is the car rental business. So I had an LLC. I just kind of use that LLC and I work under that. You know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, like it take money to make money, bro. Right. So sometimes you do gotta work that 9 to 5. You gotta work that 9 to 5 until you have enough stacked up to where you can invest it to where you can now make that money work for you. Right. So that's all I did, bro. Like I opened up a whole life policy. If y'all don't know about the infinite banking, that's the thing where I use my cash value, right? A lot of people think that life insurance policies, you just use it to like, when you die, it gives over your family. Nah, like you can actually use the funds that's in there.
Like a alert.
Yeah.
I'm familiar because I did the life insurance thing too. I wanted to get on that wave. Talk more about that because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be somebody curious about it. Like what they talking about that for the people that don't know.
Yeah, man. So when it comes to life insurance, right? You put your money in there, and basically it's like you becoming your own bank. You know what I'm saying? But like the interest that you paying back to yourself. right? You're not giving that interest to somebody else.
Okay.
Interest is just money that you owe for borrowing money from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like when I put my money in my policy, which I put $1,000 every month to go in my policy, it just stacks up. So when I take, let's say I put 20 grand in it, I pull $20,000 from it, it'll keep on growing as if it never got anything taken out from it. And I can pay it back on my own terms. So that means that I'm not pressured by monthly payments or none of that. If I choose to take $20,000 away from the policy and never pay it back again, my collateral is the policy, right? Because I'm using my own money, but that money is growing.
Facts.
You know, so like as it's growing, I can use that excess. And so that's just what it is. It's like this infinite cycle of putting your money cash flow loop, right? Where you can borrow from yourself, use it to invest in assets, and then let that money pay off your policy.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So it's a lot, like it's a lot of different areas. It's not just one thing. But when it comes to a business, like, yeah, you don't want to spread yourself out too thin, because then you'll end up not doing nothing. So like the fewer the better, right? Like I just choose to focus on my YouTube and my car rental business.
Oh shit, you didn't say nothing about the YouTube. What's your YouTube?
Yeah, so my YouTube, man, it's my name, Noah Frederique. So you can find me there. If you go on IG, my links will also be down there too as well. I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm even on Snapchat, so y'all holla at me, man.
Yeah. And before we wrap it up, I wanna since you dropped some gems on, you know what I'm saying, the life insurance, I wanted to ask you to drop some gems on your expertise, you know what I'm saying? Something that they may or may not know about the car business, you know what I'm saying, that you feel like would be very helpful and worth the value.
Absolutely, man. I will say, because we don't gatekeep over here. Nah, not at all. We don't gatekeep. We gonna tell you what it is, man. We ain't gonna do all this talking and not give you something to start off with, man. So I will say, when it comes to car rental business, you wanna have your own bread first of all. At least have like $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Which is manageable if you using your money correctly. You know what I'm saying? If you saving your money correctly. So you have $5,000 aside. Then you go ahead on like Facebook. I get a lot of my cars off of Facebook, or I'll network with private dealers, and I talk to them, see like, yo, what do you have for the low that I can get? You know, usually when you go through a private dealer, they already service their vehicles. Everything's already pretty good. When you get from a private seller, you kind of have to bring your own mechanic on your side and take a look at it, so you know you ain't buying the lemon. So that's the first thing. Go ahead, find the market, which is Facebook. Go on there, look for a car that's, my budget is like $3,500 or lower. So I buy a car for $3,000. Once I get that car, the first thing I do is I clean it up. I take pictures. I get the demand going. Then I go ahead and I put GPS, kill switches involved. Now in this business, y'all gotta know how to write contracts. I would suggest using DocuSign, you know what I'm saying, even Word, and just typing out that contract, or AI, bro. Like 𝐀.𝐃.𝐃, man.
That shit.
Don't work harder than you have to, bro.
Use your research.
Yes,
Work smarter, not harder, bro. What the
Carry the phone around, be on the phone, text somebody like, yo, bro, where do I find this?
Yeah.
Same way you text me, you could have texted Google. Where do I find this? You know what I'm saying? So definitely use your resources.
Yeah, man. It's all about leveraging everything around you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just leverage your resources, leverage people, leverage your connections, man. You know, so, you know, I definitely network around the community. I get good deals. Right now, we're looking for a spot in Hinesville that we can, you know, establish ourselves.
Okay.
But definitely, as far as the car rental business, start with your first car. Make sure you have security on that car, and make sure you know that you can promote your stuff through Facebook, through Instagram, and definitely set up a Google business page on Google, man, because people Google everything. So why can't they Google you? Get started now, man.
Facts.
I like that. And now that he said that, do not take this and just be like, oh yeah, I hear you. That's on fire. If you think about doing it, go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and
Work
start. He just gave you the format, bro.
I just gave you the format, man. And you don't need no mentor, bro. Just like I ain't need no mentor. Like, all y'all need is heart in this game, man. And sometimes it's gonna take a little skin, but it's gonna be worth it. Cause right now, like, bro, making 5 figures a month, bro, I always wanted to make that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, bro, that's a lot of money. No, it's not a lot of money, but it's a good place to start. So I would say, go ahead and start now, bro. Whatever it is, it don't got to be no car rental agency, but you can do what you love to do, and that's what matters. And if you do what you love to do, it'll never feel like work.
Real shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's fire, bro. That's fire. Go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we gonna put it on there for sure.
Absolutely.
Gonna be on the screen. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna be like, what
Somewhere on the
screen. Somewhere on the screen. I want you to first subscribe to this podcast, man, because I'm the first, but I'm not gonna be the last. Y'all might see me again or will see me again. Yeah. So make sure to tap in, man, because this right here, they's got some gems. Now, if you want to find me, you can find me on IG at, again, 𝐀.𝐃.𝐇. And again, that's 𝐿k.truth. And on YouTube, you'll find me as Noah Frederique, man. My name. So, yes, sir. That's what I got.
Name, because that boy definitely the truth, boy. But hey, y'all know how I like to end it, man. I want to appreciate everybody that tapped in. Like, no cap, whether you on the podcast listening, you know what I'm saying, you on YouTube, you know, watching, you know what I'm saying, and listening. Wait, you got anything you want to say? Cause I don't want to cut it short now. You got something?
Oh no! Only thing I gotta say is, what is it? If you watching this and you not subscribed and you love our content, please subscribe. It helps us out. It helps with the algorithm. Like, comment, share, because 86% of our viewers are not subscribed. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And that's really it, man.
Okay. And also, stay in them comments.
We
Tell
read
us how
them.
y'all feel. Y'all might have somebody that y'all feel like should be up here next. You know what I'm saying? If they not coming with, you know what I'm saying, some gems. If they not coming with some motion. If they ain't got nothing behind their name, don't expect them to see them here. Y'all see what the first one was like. You know what I'm saying?
He set the standard.
And it's high. You know what I'm saying? It was very, very, you know what I'm saying?
Come with some motion, man. Don't be stagnant. Don't be complacent. Have a good head on your shoulders. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm 21, at whatever age y'all at, how much more can y'all do? So, ain't no excuse no matter how old y'all is or how young you is.
Fact.
Just get started, bro. Fact. Starting with that subscribe button. Starting with that engagement. Go ahead, man. Support us so we can support you.
Facts.
With that being said, man, it's your boy Slump.
This your boy Lil 50.
Yes, sir. And Noah, let's go.
Yes, sir, always dreaming.
Humbly doing.
We out there, bit, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That was a good episode.
That's gonna be a time. Hey, y'all came with headlines?
Huh?
As a title, y'all know what the title is already?